Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Morning with Mike. It's Monday morning. We're getting our week started off right. I hope your day has started absolutely excellently so far. And I want to share this so that this will help carry you through the week. Just messages of positivity, stories in the Bible, verses that we go through. Please share it out. Make sure you subscribe over there on the YouTube channel. Make sure that you click on the Facebook notification so you get notified when I'm going live. I do this every Monday morning at 7:15 a.m. Mountain Time, and we share from the New Living Translation version of Every Man's Bible. So this morning I'm going to be sharing from Acts chapter 1, verse 7, Acts of the Apostles. And this has really spoken to me this week because especially right now, like we're all in such a hurry. And we're in a hurry to get to the next step. We're in a hurry to get famous. We're in a hurry to get answers. We're in a hurry to get things done. And just oftentimes things can seem rushed. And what happens is we put our weight and our trust in ourselves or in others around us, when in reality, when we keep our trust in God, it's His timeline, right? Waiting is one of the most difficult things that God can make us do. And in life, you're going to wait. There are lots of powerful figures in the Bible that had to wait. We all have this assumption, like, because you can pick up and you can read the stories in the Bible at any given moment. You go, wow, gosh, that's great how all that worked out. Well, we already have the beginning and the end of each message. When we watch somebody on YouTube, when we watch what their journey is, it's easy to watch someone and we go, wow, man, gosh, they started out from nothing and they've moved on, and now look at all of the accomplishments they've made. Look at all the things that they have. Look at all the people they've been able to touch. And so often our timeline is twisted. Right now in history, we miss that gap. We miss all the experience. We miss the learning. So we miss that whole timeline that's made up. And when I was saying a moment ago, there's many powerful people, many powerful figures, and in some amazing stories in the Bible that had to wait. Joseph waited and suffered 13 years of trial, pain, frustration, jail, right? Abraham waited 25 years for a son. Moses waited 40 years in the wilderness and wandering. And Jesus waited 30 years to begin the ministry. So it is so important that we understand there is a process to waiting. There's a process to patience. There is power in patience. I think that's what I had as part of the title this morning. There is power in patience. There's power in waiting and gaining experience. And Acts 1 verse 7 says, he replied, the Father alone has the authority to set those dates and times, and they are not for you to know. Now, let me give you some context, because it says right here, when the disciples asked Jesus about the coming of the earthly kingdom, they displayed a deep yearning for the Messiah's reign of freedom and peace. Jesus responded by telling them not to worry about the future. Instead, he turned their eyes to the present. It is so important to focus on what is happening right now in the present and take action. What is it that you're doing right now to be able to move forward? What is it right now that you are focused on? What is it right now that you are living in God's word and in your faith and power so that you can grow and you can fulfill what it is that God has planned for you? See, when we're solely focused on what might happen in the future, when we're solely focused on, gosh, I have to get to the next step, we miss the experience of what is happening right now in our lives. And keep in mind, like I said, we have all these people, and these are just brief examples. These are ones that I wanted to be able to share with you this morning. Joseph waiting, Abraham waiting, Moses waiting, Jesus waiting, right? There is so much test of patience throughout the Bible. And if you're having to wait right now, if you're seemingly having to, you're like, gosh, I should be further ahead. I should be in this different place. You're focused on you and not what God's plan is for you. You're in righteous, good, and respectable company. If that's the case, that's okay. And the thing is, as I started this morning, Right now, in our internet society, people find it very difficult to slow down. At the touch of a button, boom, we can, we're in and I refer to it as a microwave society, right? We're kind of past the microwave where, like, if a website takes more than 3 seconds to load, it must be a problem. Gosh, if you didn't make it from point A to point B in 24 hours, it must be a problem. It must be something with you. We can get that information like in the blink of an eye. We can view somebody's growth literally in a 10-minute YouTube compilation. And so we've never been able to receive things so quickly. Yet there's this expectation that we want to receive that outcome. And keep in mind, when we are living to our fullest in our faith with God, there is definitely something that to be said about allowing that fullness. There is something to be said about learning patience. We have to learn patience and trust in God to reveal to us what the timeline is. As it says in the verse, it says right there in the verse, the Father alone has the authority to set those dates and times. They are not for you to know. Stop trying to guess it. Stop trying to second guess it. Do the best things that you can with what you've received, and they will be revealed to you. We have to learn that patience. There is so much power in the patience. There's so much power in the process. If you are trying to go from point A to point Z, or what it is your perception of point A to point Z is, you're robbing yourself of that whole process of growth. You're robbing yourself of what it is that God intends for you. And here's the thing, when it comes to especially kind of what we view as tangible things online, you can never out-experience someone who got there before you. They gained that experience through living in the present. They gained that experience through doing what it is in the moment that is valuable. So learning and growth take place over time. Today I encourage you, I'm going to leave you with this message. And this is one that's really hard. It's hard to have patience and faith like this sometimes. To just say, let go and let God. Right? We've heard that saying before. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. Let go and let God. When we let go and we let God and we live in God, we allow Him to set those dates and times. We allow Him to take charge of our lives. We allow Him to take charge of that timeline and what it is that we need to be experiencing right now for ourselves and for our growth and to be able to affect other people, to be able to grow other people. Just know that when you let go and you let God, there is a perfect calendar. There is a perfect timeline that is laid out for you. The key is you have to let go and let God reveal that timeline to you. With that, I hope you have an absolutely amazing start to your week here today. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. God bless you. I appreciate you. And it's really good to see the people, everybody that is continuing to come back. And if you're gaining something out of these morning messages, I would really appreciate if you would share it with a friend that you think could benefit from this. Make sure then that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get notified when I go live. Click that bell button if you like the messages and verses from the Bible. And also, I'm training on leadership, education, and motivation. Those are things that I'm just really, truly passionate about. I enjoy and I want to share them with you. So thank you so much. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.